Let us now see how we can allow users or restrict users from accessing data associated with their own personal numbers. In the first example, we are going to check that the user, we are going to use the user associated with the partner 70053. In this example, we will see that the user is able to view data or edit data for other partners such as 70035, but for this info types, but he should not be able to view or edit data his own data coming out of this info type or these info types. So the user is associated with partner 70053 should not be able to view his own data coming out of these info types or edit data or coming out of these info types, but he can view or edit data for partner 70035. Now, for the personal number check to happen, the user ID has to be associated with the partner in communication info type 105 and subtype 0001. So let us check that first. We'll check that the user ID that we are going to use is linked with this partner 70053 in info type 105. So let us execute the transaction PA20 and enter 70053 because that's the user ID we're going to use in the personal number field. And ensure that the user ID that we are going to use is associated with this partner in info type 105. So let's display, and we are going to use this user ID testhr user to ensure that this example for this example. Now let us go to the role and we'll try to build this role for this example, where the user should be able to view data for other partners, but not his own. So we need two objects for this, because when you say view and edit data, we also probably need PA30, so that is used for maintaining master data. PA20 is for displaying the master data, but because we said edit, we need access to PA30 also. Now, the scenario says that the user should be able to view edit data for other partners such as 70035 and should not be able to view his or her own data. So because the user is going to work with data belonging to the other users, you need access to the user test HR user who need access to two authorization objects. We'll see what those objects are once we get that list. So we're going to work with the master data. So let's go. We don't need to do anything with this. We need p_origin because in our example we are saying that the user should be able to access or view data or edit data for the partner other than his own. So because we need to work with the master data for other users, let's put star here because we are not restricting the access by personal area in this example. Okay, so we get this because personal area has been defined as an org level field. So let's put star here. And we're not going to restrict data by okay. By employee group also. Anyways, so because we want to give access to everybody else other than his or her own information, you need access to p underscore origin. Now, you don't want the user to access his or his own information. So in that case, the p sign value you specify will be as e. So let us generate the role now. And let us log in with the test user and see whether he can see the data, his or own data. So his partner is 70053, but you should be able to see data coming out of 70035. So let's log in with the test user ID and check this out. Before we do that, we said view and edit, so that's why we put PA30 in the role. We need to change the authorization for the values for authorization level also. So let's put star here. And for partner also we put star. Let's go generate the role and let's now go into the check. So we logged in with the test HR user. Now let's go and execute the transaction P30 and let's go and give the partner 70053 which is associated with this user. So let's go 70053 and we hit the enter key and nothing comes up. Now which is correct. In our example, why this is correct is because in our example we are saying that the user associated with this partner 70053 should not be able to view data or edit data, his or her own data. So in the role to do that, in ppartner we specified the p sign value as e, which means data belonging to others except their own. That's why because of this value we are not able to, this user test HR user is not able to see or view his or her own data. Now let's take the other partner and in our example we are saying that test HR user should be able to view or edit data belonging to this partner 70035. So let's go put 70035 and you can see the information for this partner. Now when you select a partner, addresses is 006 and say change, the system will allow you to make the change. You can make the change in whatever you want and save. So the reason this user, so the record is changed. The reason test HR user is able to change data for Judith Porter is because of this value. Of course, this authorization level also is important because this is the activity field that controls the actions. But psign value is important because this allows test HR user to view data for other partners. So that is why he is able to change the data. So let's go and confirm whether data is changed. It's there. Save it. So if you want the users to change, not to change their own information or view their own information, then in the partner you specify E in the psign field. But along with that, you will also need the p_origin object. Now, let's take another example. Now, in this example, what we are trying to do is the user should, okay, before we do that, in this example, right, where the user should not be able to view his or her own data, but should be able to view his or her own data, right? Now, we know that the personal number check is controlled by the partner object, p_partner object. So what happens if I disable this object? Now, if I disable that object, let us check whether the user is able to see, the test HR user is still able to see data coming out for this partner. So let's disable this object and generate and see what happens. Now, if the test HR user is able to see data for 70035 partner. So let's go and execute first test with test HR user ID. Let us execute PA30 now. It says you are not authorized for transaction code PA30. So which means if the user has to access other people's information, access other people's partner, then p_origin is a requirement. Let us go and now again reactivate p_origin and see if it makes any difference or not. So let's go and activate this and generate the role. Now let's go and refresh the authorizations, and let's go and check PA30 again. So you can see the data now. Now, will this be the requirement? We will now see whether p_origin will be needed if the user wants to see his or her own information but not other people's information. So let's take another example. So in this example, what we are saying is that the user should be able to view or edit his or her own information for these info types, but he should not be able to view data for this partner 70035. In our current example, you can see data for 35 in the previous example. Now we want to do the reverse, where you can see the test HR user can see his own data, but not for Judith Porter. So let's create a role like that. And instead of now, because he wants to see his own information, the psign value has to change from E to I. So when you specify psign value as I, which means that the user will be able to view or edit data that belongs to him or her, that belongs to, that is associated with his or her partner. So let's generate the role. So in this example, the user should not be able to see 35, but he should be able to see data from 53. So let's execute PA30, and your user is able to see the data for 35 because the P_origin object gives access to the master data from coming out of other people, personal numbers. Now let's go and see whether we're going to check or change the data, and it allows you to change the data. Now, but that is not our example, our scenario. Our scenario is that the user should not be able to view edit data for other partners. So which means that now the user, test_HR user, does not need access to P_origin. Let's check whether that would work. So let us go and execute PA30. So when you 735, and I press enter key now, it doesn't show up with the information. So which is what the scenario was. The user should not be able to view edit data from other partner. Now let's try 53 now. So in this example, what we are saying is that the user should be able to view edit data belonging to his or her own partner. So let's go and enter 53 here, and you can see the data. So let's go and edit one, see if we can able to edit. We are able to edit. Now, point here to be noted is that when the user, for example, what I mean user means test_HR user. When the user wants to change their own information, then you don't need access to P_origin for that user, but in the p_sign value you have to specify I. But if you want the user to want to allow the user to change other people's information also, then you need access to P_origin. Now let us take another scenario where the user is allowed to do everything for other users, but he can, let's say, change information coming out of you can only display information coming out of info tab 21. For himself, but for you can display, sorry, you can, so in this example what we are doing now in this scenario is that we are allowing the user to change in data coming out of info tab 0, 1, 2, 6 and 9 for everybody including himself or herself, but for info tab 21 we are just allowing him to display the data or coming out of 21. So let's generate the role. What it means is that Dennis Sutton, test HR user, can now only display data coming out of 21. So let's go and execute 53, let's say 35 first. Now our authorizations allow us, this user, to change the data for everybody, including himself. So this is for Judith Porter, and this is for test HR user. So he's able to change the data, the address data, for example. But this set of authorization, 21, allows the user only to change, display the data coming out of info.21, but not change. So let's go and try to change for Dennis Sutton for 53, because that is the kernel belonging to test HR user. So as per this authorization, set of authorization, test HR user can only display info data coming out of 21 for his partner. So this is test HR partner, test HR user's partner. So if you want to not change, say change. So you have saved data hidden by screen modifications. So if you want the user to restrict access to his own information, then in the psand field you put I, and then you don't need access to p_origin. But if you want the user to work with data belonging to other partner, then you in the psand field for partner object put E, but you also have to specify p_origin, give access to p_origin object also with the same set of info types that you specify in ppartner. So you have to specify the same info types in p_origin.